Ever wondered if that special someone at school might be crushing on you just as much as you are on them? Well, you're not alone. The hallowed halls of high school are rife with whispered rumors, secret admirers, and the sweet torment of unspoken affection. It's a common scenario that unfolds in schools across the globe, the mystery of the school crush. Trying to decipher someone's feelings can feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, especially when you're seeing them every day in the same environment. Is that smile just friendly, or is there more to it? Does their laughter in your company mean they enjoy your humor, or could it be the sound of love's early stirrings? It's a puzzle that keeps many a teenager up at night. But fear not, there are some telltale signs to watch out for that may just reveal if your crush is into you too. First up, they notice small changes about you. Now, this doesn't mean they're stalking you or anything. It's just a sign they're paying a bit more attention to you than others. You know those days when you come to school with a new haircut or wearing a different style of clothes? Well, if they're the first to comment on it, it might mean they're keeping an eye out for you. Now, don't worry. This isn't some creepy, obsessive behavior we're talking about here. It's just that they find you interesting enough to observe and remember these little details about you. It's like when you spot a new book from your favorite author in a bookstore. You notice it because you're interested in it, right? Same principle applies here. So, if they comment on your new hoodie or your fresh haircut, it's a good sign they're more interested in you than you might think. Next up, they start conversations with you. This might seem obvious, but it's a big deal. Now, why is this so crucial, you ask? Well, it's simple. When someone goes out of their way to initiate a conversation with you, it means they're interested in what you have to say. They want to know your thoughts, your ideas, your jokes. Essentially, they want to know you. But it's more than just a quest for information. It's an indication that they enjoy your company and want to spend time with you. You're not just a face in the crowd to them. You're someone they want to connect with, to understand better. They're investing their time and energy into conversing with you, and that's a big deal. So, whether it's a casual chat about the latest viral meme or a deep discussion about life, the universe, and everything, pay attention. Remember, if they're making the effort to chat with you, it's a pretty good sign they're into you. All right, on to our third sign. They tease you or act a bit nervous around you. Now, this one can be a bit tricky to decipher. You see, playful teasing is often a way people express their affection. It's like they're saying, "Hey, I like you enough to joke around and be comfortable with you." It's a subtle way of breaking the ice and establishing a connection that goes beyond the usual hi and bye. So, if the person you're wondering about has a habit of engaging you in lighthearted banter, or if they're always coming up with amusing nicknames for you, there's a good chance they're trying to get your attention. It's their way of saying, "You're special, and I want you to know it." But remember, there's a thin line between friendly teasing and being mean. If the teasing ever makes you uncomfortable or upset, it's not a sign of affection. It's just not cool. Now, on the other side of the coin, we have nervousness. Ever noticed how your palms get sweaty when you're about to meet someone you really like? Or how your heart races when they're nearby? Well, that's because when we like someone, we care about the impression we're making. We want them to like us back. So if that person stumbles over their words around you, or if they blush when you make eye contact, it's possibly because they're trying to make a good impression. They're nervous because they care about what you think of them. But again, remember, everyone's different. Some people are just naturally nervous or love to tease their friends. So, while these signs can be indications of a crush, they're not definitive proof. Always consider the context and the person's usual behavior. So if they're poking fun at you in a friendly way, or they get a bit flustered when you're around, it could mean they have a bit of a crush. But remember, no sign is a surefire guarantee. Stay open-minded, be kind, and the truth will reveal itself in due time. Now that we've covered the main signs, let's wrap this up. We've traversed the topsy-turvy terrain of teenage crushes and unearthed some clues that can help you decipher if your schoolmate might be harboring some special feelings for you. First off, We talked about how they might notice even the tiniest changes about you, whether it's a new haircut, a different backpack, or even a subtle change in your mood. If they're picking up on these details, it could be a sign that they're paying more attention to you than the average bear. Secondly, we delved into the world of conversation. If they're initiating chats, sending you funny memes, or just dropping by to say hey in the hallway, it's a good sign that you're on their mind. They're making an effort to connect with you, and that effort could very well stem from feelings of attraction. Our third clue was their behavior around you. Do they tease you more than others? Do they get unusually nervous when you're around? These reactions could be their way of dealing with the butterflies you're stirring up inside them. But let's not get carried away just yet. It's important to remember that these signs are not written in stone. They're more like puzzle pieces, and sometimes the picture they form may not be entirely clear. Everyone expresses their feelings differently, and what might be a sign of affection from one person could just be friendly banter from another. Clear communication is the real key here. It might be scary, but if you really want to know if someone likes you, the most straightforward way is to ask them. But until you find the courage for that heart-to-heart, these signs can serve as your secret decoder ring, giving you a pretty good idea if someone at school might just be crushing on you. Remember, the best way to know if someone likes you is to ask them directly. But until you muster up the courage for that, these signs will give you a pretty good idea. So, keep your eyes open and happy crushing.